Chapter 3065 begins with Mr. Fraser offering to accompany Kathryn on a shopping trip the next afternoon. However, gently declines, urging Mr. Fraser to take a much needed rest. Despite his intense workload, he insists that he is used to the demanding nature of his duties, recalling the even tougher challenges he faced during his training. His willingness to support her underscores his deep loyalty and concern for her well being. As they walk slowly along the street in front of the hotel, Mr. Fraser keeps a close eye on Catherine, ready to offer his coat if she shows any signs of being cold. However, Catherine reassures him that she is not cold, attributing it to the high quality warm clothing she wears and the heated indoor environments she frequents. This brief exchange subtly highlights the contrast between her current life of privilege and the harsh realities of her past. Her thoughts drift to her childhood, revealing a painful history of neglect and hardship. Raised by adoptive parents who showed blatant favoritism towards their biological children, she was often left to wear her brother's old, ill fitting clothes. Her adoptive parents treated her poorly, and her brothers were unkind, sometimes even depriving her of the meager hand me downs she was given. This neglect left her vulnerable to the cold, with her lips turning purple from the chill and her body constantly shaking. It was only after neighbors commented on the cruelty of her situation that her adoptive mother would reluctantly provide her with some of her brother's discarded clothing. These memories evoke a sense of bitterness in her, particularly towards her adoptive parents. She reflects on how different her life could have been if her biological parents had raised her, free from hunger, cold, and bullying. The chapter delves into the root of Catherine's resentment. Her adoptive father, whose actions led to her being separated from her biological family and placed in a home where she was treated poorly. This separation and subsequent mistreatment have left deep emotional scars, making it impossible for Catherine to feel any gratitude towards her adoptive parents, despite having been raised by them. Her complex feelings are further explored as she recalls how, upon learning of her true identity, she gave her adoptive mother a sum of money to repay the costs of raising her. However, she is indifferent to the fact that her biological mother later reclaimed this money from the adoptive mother. For her, this transaction symbolizes the closure of a painful chapter in her life. She has repaid her debt and feels no further obligation or connection to her adoptive parents. As the chapter progresses, Mr. Fraser suggests that Catherine should consider making some close friends, particularly to provide her with companionship and a sense of normalcy during her limited free time. He recognizes the isolation that comes with her position and the importance of having a support network outside of her professional duties. However, her past experiences and the demands of her role have made it difficult for her to form and maintain such relationships. Her busy schedule leaves little time for socializing, and her pragmatic approach to life often clashes with the leisurely lifestyles of other wealthy individuals, making it challenging for her to connect with them. The chapter concludes with a poignant reflection on Catherine's loneliness and the sacrifices she has made in pursuit of her role as the head of the Farrell family.